This Teddygaming VZ, welcome back to another video, and in this one we're going to be looking at the top 10 TMNT comic books that came out in 2023. So this year has been pretty interesting with the amount of total comic books that we've gotten. I believe that this may be the year that we've gotten the most total comic books, which I'm very surprised at, and I enjoy quite a lot of them. I believe there's been over 30 comics, so I must admit I'm quite surprised by that, just because it's Turtles and we never really get to see too many total comic books. But this year has been interesting with the amount that we did get. We got quite a few crossovers, we got so many different series, ranging from the ongoing series, to the Samuel Adventure stuff, to the Last Ronin stuff, and some little bits in between. And there have been quite a few little surprises in there, which has been really great. So yeah, we'll be going over the top 10 ones, so yeah, let's get this on, let's go! Okay, so for number 10 spot, that'd be the TMNT, the Armageddon Game, The Alliance, issue number 3. Now, this issue was dealing with the fallout from Alapex leaving the Turtles and one branch out into their own thing. It was do get to see Angel fighting off some Ultron assassins, and this issue was written by Juniper and drawn by Juniper, and it was really great and amazing. However, when we do get to the end part of the story, when it's written by Eric Byrne, trying to sell out some stuff for the ongoing stuff, for this Alliance stuff and the Armageddon Game stuff, I'd say is where things fall apart really quickly, just because it starts to contradict a lot of stuff that Juniper set up in that issue. Now, I believe that both these stories are really great, and I think that by themselves, they are amazing, and I think they're both drawn perfectly well and beautiful and stuff like that. But I'd say that due to the fact that both of these stories were put in the same issue, and contradicting a lot of stuff that happened in the issue, it really just makes me wonder just why they put both these stories in the same issue. I understand it because of the characters and stuff like that, but it really makes it really hard to read and really get hard to get into it, just because it is just one of these annoying things. It's just like, well, we did a really good thing in this issue, but then in this story, it contradicts it. It's just like, oh, come on. And I think that had both of these stories been done in different issues, and there's a little bit of time between, I think it would have been a lot better, and I probably wouldn't have too many complaints about it. But because of that reason, it just left a really bad taste in my mouth, and that's a real shame, just because I really enjoyed this issue, but it's hard to really like it. Okay, so for number 9 spot, ADB, the TMNT, the Armageddon Game, issue number 6. Now, this issue was basically dealing with the new Alliance team, teaming up to take on the Imposter Turtles or Null Turtles, and then having Karai go over to Null and Baxter Stockman to try up a deal to stop everything and stuff like that. And I think that the most interesting part about this issue was the interactions between some of the characters, and how some characters were making bets on Karai trying to take down the Null Turtles. And I think that this issue just had a lot of really fun things going for this issue. And I think that the fact that it had so many interesting and fun interactions throughout this issue just made this issue a really fun one to see. And it is an issue which I will definitely like to see them explore a lot more in future total content, stuff like that, because I believe this team was just so fun and great to read. Just seeing them have interacting and then playful bets on Karai. I think there's a lot of potential here to tell an interesting story with this team. Shem won't do anything again with this team, but this issue really set up a lot of really fun stuff in this issue, and I think that this issue just did a lot of really great fun stuff to really set things up for the future for the Armageddon Game stuff, and overall it's just a really fun story. Okay, so for the number 8 spot, it'd be the TMNT, the Armageddon Game, issue number 8. Now, the Armageddon Game stuff has been hit or miss, I would say, throughout the whole run, and with this issue, it was a big finale for all of it, seeing the Turtles going against the Rat King with the help of Shredder and Kitsune, and then getting help from the Phantom family, and then dealing with everything like that, and I'll just say that for a sort of ending to the Tom Waltz era Turtles, for this version of Turtles, it did do a really good job of just ending things and just leaving things on a satisfying note to a point. I do feel like there was definitely elements in there that could have been improved, but I think the overall story for the Armageddon Game didn't really help too much for this issue. But I think that this issue overall just did a really nice job of just wrapping things up, and I think that if you want to see this as the actual ending for the RW stuff, then I think it works well enough, and I don't think it did a really good job of just ending the majority of the stuff I was set up throughout the past 100 issues. So yeah. Okay, so for number 7 spot, at the TMNT, the RW ongoing series, issue 141. Now this issue, I'd say, just had like a lot of fun stuff going for this one. I'd say that there wasn't really too much in this issue that really made me go, wow, this issue is just so great because this and this and this. And there's a lot of stuff in there which I'd say that it's a little silly stuff that I think that only me would like really enjoy so much because of like how much of the bad stuff which I really enjoy throughout Turtles, such as like the We Wish You Told Christmas stuff. So when seeing this issue with like seeing Raph doing a mugshot for the cover, Jenica doing makeup or like makeovers with Sheena, it was just a lot of really like silly, stupid stuff that just made this issue just really stand out for just being like fun, but also at the same time serious in a way. And then even seeing like Raph, Jenica go up against Leatherhead to save the Weasels, it was like a lot of like really like nice fun stuff. And I think that for like a solo issue, it just did like a lot of really good stuff which I really did enjoy, and stuff which I would like to see them like do again because of how fun and unique stuff it was. So this issue was like really fun, and I'd like to see them do a lot more stuff like this where it's just like fun stuff and they know it's fun and goofy but they own it. So yeah. Okay, so for number 6 spot, it'll be the TMNT, the Last Ronin, Lost Years, Lost Day Special. God, that is a mouthful to say. But yeah, this issue was one which I was not really expecting too much to really take out of it, just because it was just like another like issue in the Last Ronin verse, stuff like that. And with how things were going at the time for the Lost Years stuff, I didn't really have too many high expectations for this issue. However, this issue was drawn mainly by Ben Bishop, so I did have my expectations pretty high for this issue. And then even going into this issue, I did have, I wouldn't have say, I would like to say I've had some concerns because of Last Ronin stuff, but throughout it, I was really surprised by it all, just because it was a little setup stuff for the TMNT, the Last Ronin Volume 2 or 2 Re-Evolution, stuff like that, which again I was quite surprised by, and I was doing a lot of like history and lore stuff which I was really surprised by, but I really loved it because it was really building out this world to be something more unique and different and better. More time with the new Turtles was something which I really loved, and a lot of stuff in this issue which I was quite surprised, and something which I do feel like that was missing throughout the Last Ronin and also the Lost Years was how like sad everything was in this like universe. And with how things were presented in this issue, we're seeing how every character died, April witnessed 9/11 and stuff like that. There's like a lot of like really sad stuff around it, and with how they ended the issue with April getting a date and fireworks, it made her happy. It's like one of these kind of stories which I do feel like they need to do a lot more of, or especially have the tone off in the Last Ronin stuff, where it's just all sad throughout, but the ending is quite happy. And yeah, I think that the tone was really there for this issue, and I think this worked so well. Okay, so for number 5 spot, I'll be the TMNT, the RW ongoing series, issue 146. Now this issue is probably the most recent one on this list, and with this one I was really surprised by, just because in this one we do get to see Donatello, Venus and Bob go to the future, and this is where the main story takes place. And there's a lot of stuff in this one which I just love so much, because we do get to see a future Leonardo and reveal stuff about the future with Donnie having kids, Mikey just being gone, Raph having another girlfriend and just gone, and then we do get to see stuff from the Alliance issue number 4 take place again. And then even with the stuff at the ending, we're seeing the future characters such as like future Raph, Renette, and also Lita. A lot of fun stuff throughout this issue, and it's like the time travel aspect of this stuff, really setting things up for the future and stuff like that. And with stuff like this, I just love this kind of stuff because it really sets out a lot of stuff for this future, and just like, oh, okay, so we've got that to look forward to, and there's a lot of fun stuff in this issue. And whether these like set things up for the future for this series and this whole story arc, it really did get my expectations quite high, just because I wasn't really expecting anything too like good like this. But after reading this issue, I'm just really hyped for this stuff, so I can't wait for the next one. And if it wasn't for this issue, I'll not be that excited for it. Okay, so for the number 4 spot, LBD TMNT, the Simon Adventures, issue number 4. Now, this issue was the one where we do get to see Donatello and Raphael go up to the swamps to meet up with 2 punk frogs and then fight Leatherhead. And there was a lot of stuff that really went for this issue. One is Leatherhead, so that's automatically just a great thing. 2, punk frogs, I mean, they're really underrated, so I'm glad that they make a comeback. And then also the next big thing was the artwork for this issue. From the covers, that just looks so spectacular with all the amazing cover artists. They did a really great job of really emulating the art style from the show, and also just doing really fun battles with Leatherhead. And also not to mention the artwork for the actual issue itself done by Dan Schewing, which just looks so much like the show that I'll have to say that it would be hard to say that if some of this stuff was not screenshots from the actual show itself. It was just that great. And I mean, everything about it just really emulated the show itself. Just so much had really going for this issue, just really captured the spirit of the show, and everything about it was just so great. The only problem which I did have with this issue was the fact that Leatherhead did not say his famous catchphrase guarantee, which I think was a big major miss and letdown, because I mean, it was right there. It's Leatherhead. Come on, you gotta say it, because it's his catchphrase. And, other than that, I enjoyed this issue, but they didn't say his bloody catchphrase, and it was. Okay, let's just move on to the number 3 spot. And that number 3 spot had to be the TMNT, the IW ongoing series, issue 136. Now in this issue we do get to see Donatello and Jennifer, they're fighting to survive in the TMNT house thing. It's in the church, and they're fighting off so many Uchoms, assassins, and it was just another really fun issue that I don't think there's too much I can really say about this one, just because it was just an action-packed issue. The pacing was really great, and it's when I think I don't know how to really say it. It's just like one of these situations that just went like from bad to worse really quick, and the pacing was great, the artwork was great, the action was great. Everything about it was just so great, and I think the best way to describe it is just sort of like how they do it for the story for the What Goes Around Comes Around, where they're told to fight in April's apartment to survive. It really gave me all those kind of vibes, and everything about this one was just like a nice, fun, classic tale, which I'm all here for, and it was just so great and amazing. Okay, so for number 2 spot, LBD TMNT, the IW ongoing series, issue 137. Now, this issue we do get to see Turtles going out to the church and fighting a lot more Uchom assassins, this time to try to save Regenta Cersei's life, and oh boy, it's just another great one. Not to mention so many characters coming back into the fight, with Mikey coming back from space with another squad. It was just so great and amazing. I mean, with this issue I don't know where to really begin, because I feel like I said everything I wanted to say with the issue 136, and I feel like it's basically what I want to say from that issue in this one, because it was so similar with how many like action and stuff like that, and I don't know what to really say, because I've already said it all, and it was just so fun, amazing, and I'd like to see like these kind of stories done again, because they're just so great and amazing, and yeah, I feel like I'm just going to keep repeating myself, so that's number 2 spot. Okay, so for number 1 spot, it had to be the TMNT, the Salmon Adventures, issue number 7. Now with this, I never thought I'd say that a comic book inspired by the A7 show would ever make my number 1 spot, but this issue really did a lot of stuff which I absolutely loved. One, it's ShredderCon. Need I say more? It's just, yeah, it's ShredderCon. I just love the whole idea, the concept behind it. It's just such a fun, cringy sort of thing, like 80s kind of thing, but they really go all in with it, and it's just so amazing. Seeing everyone dressed up as Shredder, causing chaos throughout the streets, destroying stuff, and to my surprise, this issue is also a story-focused one, with actually continuing on the story with Shredder needing to get a blade, so I was quite surprised by that, because, well, it's the A7 stuff, and you don't expect this kind of stuff. Not to mention in the Christmas special, that's amazing. Also, that as well, it's a Christmas special. I can't remember the last time I got an actual Christmas special. I think the last time was, I want to say issue 89 from the ongoing series, so it's been quite a while since we got like a good, like proper Christmas special. And also not to mention, Sarah Meyer was back to draw this issue. That's also another really great thing, and their artwork was so great and amazing, and everything about it was just so fun, and it really leaned into that aspect of this comic, which I loved so much. And my only problem with this issue was the fact that it came out in November. Now, I know that it was only like a few days before December, but, however, the thing is, they had a comic come out in December, which is issue number 8 of this series, and it's just like, come on, you had one chance, one thing you could have done to make a really great Christmas special, and yet they screwed it over, and oh god. Either way, it was a really great issue, just I wish they released it in December, because you know, there's a Christmas special. You don't do stuff for Christmas before December. Ugh. Anyway, it was a really great issue. So yeah. So yeah, overall, I do feel like that this whole year for Total Comics has been really great and amazing with how many stories I was able to do this year, because, well, there's a lot, and with the variety and in the comics was just something which is so great, and even the amount of comments which we did get was just so great and amazing. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this? Do you agree with it? Do you not? I've got a feeling that some people will disagree with it quite a bit because of some issues and stuff like that. But I am generally interested to hear what other people have to say about this list, like if they actually have like a different opinion about it. Also, I'm quite interested to hear what other people's favourite issues are from this year, just because, again, like, there's been so many comics. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you're some, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.